Okay, so I'm going to be playing Nancy Drew Message in Haunted Mansion, which is one of my favorite Nancy Drew games, honestly, because it was my first that I ever played. I think I was 5 when I got it, and it scared the shit out of me because it's obviously supposed to be haunted and everything. And I just figured I would play it now on stream and for YouTube, and let's do it.
Hi, it's Nancy Drew. Welcome to my latest cyber mystery, Message in a Haunted Mansion. Choose your difficulty.
My latest cyber mystery.
If you're new to adventure games, you might want to click on the tutorial button to learn how to play the game.
You know what? Just because it's easier, I'm going to do Junior Detective, and then I'll probably do another playthrough of Senior Detective later.
Dear Bess, hello from stormy San Francisco. This time I'm staying in a beautiful Victorian mansion. You'd love the room I'm in. It's full of old Chinese furnishings and some interesting knickknacks. The owner of the house, Rose Green, is a friend of Hannah and asked me to come out and help her with some renovation work. She and her friend Abby hope to turn the place into a bed and breakfast by next month. But from what I gathered, Rose isn't sure if she can open in time. Ever since they started the renovations, they've had a lot of accidents. Could it be just bad luck, or is there something more sinister at work? I'm sure I'll find out. Love, Nancy.
Well, I mean, considering it's kind of our job to figure it out, I'd hope that I could. God, this mouse sensitivity is killing me. Daughters of Diligence earn the gold of 9 dragons. Okay. Yep, there's lots of dragons.
It's stuck.
Well, I'd hope so. I mean, I know that I have to get in there later. But since we're earlier in the game,
to this story of dreams, and know that the beginning is more difficult than it seems. When the 10 daughters are reunited in order, when the 4-sided box loses its border, when the eye of the phoenix is in your hand, when the bird of fire can see again, when the moon sleeps and the sun plays, the king of the sky will shine his ray, and hidden beneath a river of colors will lie a gate to golden wonders.
Okay, something that's always bothered me is when the eye of the phoenix is in your hand, when the bird of fire can see again. Technically, if his eye is in your hand, that means he wouldn't be able to see.
It's locked.
It's locked, number 1. Okay. Accidents. Why so many? House. Chinese/antique decorations. Who's who? Rose. Owner of the house. Okay. That's all that's interesting in here, right? Yep.
It's stuck.
Good, it's doing its job then. Oh, what a shame.
Hello, Nancy. I see you've arrived safely from your long journey. But I'm sensing an aura of danger around you. I can tell you're an inquisitive type, a little skeptical, and that you don't believe in ghosts.
And you do?
I sense a very strong but restless spirit within these walls, and a restless spirit can soon become an angry spirit.
Tell you who could be behind these recent accidents. Who could this restless spirit be?
Who could
choose
this
that one.
restless spirit be?
I'm not sure, but for some reason the name Valdez has a strong connection with this mansion.
You'll be the first to know if I find a ghost floating over my bed. Do you have any more information on Mr. Valdez?
Do you have any more information on Mr. Valdez?
Now, if you will please excuse me, I need to prepare myself for this evening. At that time, more will be revealed.
That really doesn't answer my question. Why does that change? Oh my god. Okay. God, I always feel so uneasy playing this.
Hello, Nancy. I'm very glad you could come out here. We can really use your help, seeing how far we are behind schedule. Are you all ready to do some renovation work?
I sure am. This house must have quite a history. What do you know about it? Or I can't wait. Last night you mentioned some accidents. I'm gonna ask about the house.
This house must have quite a history. What do you know about it?
Not very much, but Abby found some interesting old papers that might give us clues about the history of the house. They're in the parlor if you want to take a peek. There's also an old-time saloon in the basement, so it's possible the house was once a hotel.
Last night you mentioned some accidents. A saloon. Yeah.
A saloon? This place really does have a history. Who was the original owner?
Almost all the records on these old houses were destroyed in the Great Earthquake, so we don't know much about the origins of the place. Abby thinks all our accidents were caused by some restless spirit or a curse. I'm not one to believe in bad luck, but it's been one thing after another. Maybe Charlie doesn't have the expertise for these renovations, but his rates are so affordable. I sometimes wonder, though, if this old house would be worth more burned to the ground. Enough chit-chat. Hannah tells me you're a real pro with puzzles.
Foreshadowing.
Take a look in the corner. Those wood tiles should fit inside the inlay pattern of the floor. Abby and I tried for hours, but it's just too complicated. I'm sorry for not introducing you around, but everyone posts their schedule here in the dining room. It's kind of like Command Central. Let me know how far you get with that puzzle. And thanks again for helping us, Nancy.
So she wants me to do this because she's a fucking idiot, so she can't figure it out after hours of doing it. God. See, that's another thing about these older games. Like, everything has to be, like, so precise.
I did it!
Okay,
How's
anything
that
else?
inlay puzzle coming along?
I finished it.
Wonderful! But now I've got something else for you. I set up a ladder upstairs so you can chip off the broken tiles on the
I
hallway
was just
ceiling.
up there.
You'll need to look
It was
around
not
for a chisel
there.
or paint scraper for the job. I'm not sure where Charlie keeps them.
How did you meet Abby?
She was the drama coach back in River Heights, and we worked on a couple of plays together. My bid on this house was too low, so she pitched in her savings to help me get the place. If it weren't for Abby, I couldn't have afforded this place.
What is Abby planning for tonight?
She's putting on some kind of seance tonight to contact these ghosts or whatever she thinks is causing all of these accidents.
I can see you're busy. I'll let you go.
Take care.
New American Bed and Breakfast Monthly. Top 10 tips to sell your B&B. A renovation disaster, theme and design, the allure of bed and breakfast retreats. You'll love the drama's 4-poster bed, brings to your room. It's simple to make and gives a bedroom a truly continental look. Materials for a twin-size bed. 56 6-inch pieces of wood doweling. 5 46-inch pieces of wood doweling. 2 PVC elbows to fit the doweling. 66 square inches of fabric. Screws. What kind of screws? There's tons of different kinds of screws. 4 7/8 inch and by 37-inch eye hooks. 3 and 6 out of 7 inch by 5 and 3 out of 9 inch fish hooks. Pre-cut out all of the pieces, insert a PVC elbow lengthwise into a doweling. Does this matter?
Is that just supposed to give us a hint to check out our bedpost? Lewis, noon to 5. Charlie, 8 a.m. to 5. Abby, out from 3 to 6. Rose Green, 4653 California Lane, San Francisco, California, 94104. Dear Miss Green, I have amended your fire insurance policy per your instructions. The property located at 4653 California Lane, San Francisco, California is now insured for the sum of $1 million against fire or earthquake damage. The policy lists you as the sole benefactor. We thank you for your patronage. Please feel free to contact me if you have any further questions. Helen O'Leary. Okay. I suppose that just is trying to make it seem like she's sketchy, but in San Francisco especially, it's really smart to do that.
The rope is cut.
Darn. Now, should I go talk to Charlie? I'll go talk to Charlie.
Hi, you must be Nancy. My name's Charlie.
You're Ned. A lot of experience. Just this one.
Nice to meet you. Rose and Abby really have their hands full with this house.
Yeah, most of these Victorian mansions need a lot of work, but I don't mind getting my hands dirty, you know? This place will look great once it's finished.
Do you think you'll be open in time with all these accidents? I can see that. What do you like to do when you're not? What do you know about the history?
About the history of this house.
Not much. Lewis told me it was built in the 1880s and that it survived the 1906 earthquake.
Who's Lewis?
He's an antique dealer, I think. I guess he does consulting work for Rose, like on Victorian furnishings and stuff.
Do you have any idea why there's been so many accidents on this project?
I have no idea. People are blaming me.
God,
That's not
his
my fault.
idol pose
I
is
know what
so
I'm doing.
annoying.
I know how to do this work. Listen, Nancy, I really need to get back to work. I'm repairing some floorboards, so be careful walking around. Rose was looking for you earlier. Maybe she has something for you to do. See ya.
Okay. Swanee River.
And hidden beneath a river of colors.
Bum bum bum. Scandal, horror, outrage, citing the increased popularity of stage reviews and decreased charitable contributions, the Ladies Protection Society has announced a shocking new strategy for raising much-needed funds for the benefit of widows and orphans in our region. No longer will the good ladies of our society hold garden parties, afternoon teas, or cakewalks to solicit contributions. Instead, these poor wives, daughters, and mothers will act on stage like common troubadours. I don't know that word. I'm stupid. In several popular plays in order to raise money for their good works. As decent gentlemen, we should not allow the fair sex to denigrate themselves to this level of vulgarity. Women belong in the home, not upon the stage. New fall goods, latest patterns, largest and most varied stock on the Pacific West. Pants from $5, suits from $20. None but white labor employed. Okay. Anything over here? God, the lag in these games. The top said bed and breakfast on the rise. San Francisco's bread and breakfast boom. Sunset San Francisco. The Bay Area has experienced an increase in the number of registered B&Bs, according to Betsy Hamilton, the director of the B&B Association of San Francisco. More and more travelers who visit our city are seeking more personal lodging experience. The Bay Area has many alternative accommodations in addition to traditional hotels, but with the increased interest in B&Bs comes increased competition. We have actually seen decline in business over the last couple of years, says Roderick J.H. Thorsine, owner of the Old Time Lodgings in Pacific Heights. Nearly everyone with a Victorian-style home seems to have jumped on the B&B bandwagon. Many B&Bs are marketed toward a specific clientele or offer different amenities to beat the competition. Janie Crisson of Dark Shadows Inn offers her clients a mystery dinner show. It's extremely popular and profitable when the B&B distinguishes itself from the rest of the pack, she says. Hotels that have some historical importance or even a legend attached to them are definitely the most popular. So maybe that is what Abby's trying to do with the whole ghost issue.
I should wait until he leaves.
Well, Nancy, it's not his house. What's the fun in that? Okay, so is Lewis here? No, that's the wrong way. I did not mean to go over there for that reason. It just skeeves me out, jeez. List of subscribers, blah, 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 blah. Dear sir, we are pleased to announce that your bid for the auction property located at 4653 California Lane has been accepted. Fee simple estate interests have now been transferred through the charitable trust set up by the property's grantor for the benefit of the Ladies Protection and Relief Society. Okay.
It's good to know it's here.
Yep, I agree. Does that say, Dear Hugh? I'm doing great. How are you? Yes, the rumors. God, the rumors are true. I bought myself a Victorian mansion. It's funny you should mention Abby. She's actually the one who decided to go on this adventure with me. We're still in the process. Oh my god, I can read cursive. This is bad cursive. We're still in the process of restoring the place. It's a lot of fun, but also a lot of hard work. We're beginning to get a little worried that we'll fall behind. Oh my god. I sound like such an idiot. But jeez. We'll fall behind schedule if we're not careful. There have been several accidents lately that have... Oh my god. There have been several accidents lately that have interfered with our work. When you visit, you can stay at the in the Chinese room. We've just bought some new furniture for the room. We're just waiting for the wallpaper to the wallpaper to what? Also, it's very low resolution. Very, very low. Like, I had to spend like 5 minutes trying to get the proper crop for this stream. We're just waiting for the wallpaper to something before we move everything in. With all the distractions and the schedule, by the time I finish writing this letter, I'm sure we will have completed the what? Oh my god, something altogether. I'll try to get it into the mail before whatever. Dear Rose, I should have read this one first. Dear Rose, how are you doing? I haven't gotten messages from you in some time. I hope life is treating you well. Last I heard, you were in the middle of planning some sort of crazy scheme to buy an old Victorian mansion. So whatever became of that, did you buy it? Now, how can you afford to do something like that? Who did you find as a partner to help lead this plan? I hate to admit it, but I haven't been up to a whole lot lately. Life around here has been pretty dull. Nothing too great is happening here, just a bit of the same old. I need to fall into wealth, fame, and fortune. Same. So I'll have more to write about. How's your cat and that friend of yours, Abby? The last time we spoke, she talked a lot about gold and its great spiritual significance. Maybe I'll follow your lead and take on an ambitious project of my own. I could use the money I've been saving to drive out west to visit you. That was like must or most. An adventure on the road could be just the key to motivate me. If some of the rumors I've heard of your buying this house are true, I'll definitely have to come and visit. I'll use the excuse of coming to visit to check out your new investment. I'm learning Chinese and also considering taking a trip to Beijing. A friend of mine sent me a poem she wrote in Chinese the other day. Now I want to go there. Well, enough rambling. I've got to go, but I hope to hear from you soon. Yours truly, Hugh Stradner. Well, wouldn't that just be great? Okay, so that's how I call people. I don't need to yet. What the fuck am I doing? I wanted to go see Lewis. He's not here. Okay. For the longest time, I did not know that pressing M brought up this map for this game. See, and that's how you can get into his files. San Francisco City Guide, 1888 hotels, Zion Palace, Port and 4th Street, Pomodoro, 1108 Crystal Way, Golden Gardenia Hotel, 4653 California Lane. That's where we are. Il Palazzo, 1118 Houghton Avenue. Okay, briefcase. 4653 4868. Okay. Not available. Okay. Not available. Okay. Not available. Okay. Apparently you can't even look at the porn that he's thrown away. Okay. Lessons in chess. The knight. Lesson 1. The knight, unlike any other piece, has the ability to move an unfixed path. It leaves one square and arrives at another without going anywhere in between. In effect, it can leap over other pieces to land at its destination. In the example below, the knight is able to travel any of the squares marked with X.
When the four-sided box loses its border.
History of the piano. By the 14th century, keyboards contained all the naturals or white note keys. As early as 1361, examples with the familiar key composition found in modern pianos were depicted in the visual arts. Okay. Legends of San Francisco, the city's most influential personalities. Lizzie Applegate, well loved by San Franciscans both for her cultural and humanitarian contributions. Lizzie Applegate was a talented actress and songwriter who began her career entertaining miners at local gold camps. In 1880, Lizzie wrote and starred in the tremendously successful play The Bandit's Treasure, whose cast included Norma Dentfin, Lenore Scoust, and Pam Doree. This initial success was followed by a string of other hits including The Riddle of the Chinese Box, The Fire in the Phoenix Eye, and Rainbow's Gold.
It won't fit.
What won't fit? There's nothing. A theory of music. Level 1. Music theory, note rating. The staff is made up of 5 lines and 4 spaces. Musical notes are named after the first 7 letters of the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A clef is a musical symbol placed at the beginning of the staff that determines the letter names of the lines and spaces. There are 2 main types of clefs, treble clef and bass clef. The clef you will see on your music will depend on what type of instrument you're playing. Also known as the Firebird, this mythical giant bird occurs in the legends of many cultures, including Chinese, Arabic, and American Indian. Every 500 years, the bird builds a great nest and sets it on fire to rise forth from its ashes. Firebird by Edmund Dulac. Okay. Subterranean San Francisco, exploring the labyrinth below. Few people know the fascinating world below the streets of San Francisco, and yet a myriad of strange and mysterious sights lie in wait in the subterranean darkness, only to be uncovered by the intrepid urban explorer. Over the past 20 years of city spelunking, I have found old mines, abandoned utility tunnels, secret rooms, and many old wells and cisterns. Careful attention must be paid when searching these lost areas to avoid accidents. A good light source, building plans, and hard hat are a must. San Francisco has gone through many changes over its 400-year-old history. The continual cycle of building, disaster, and rebuilding has created an intricate vertical record of urban development. Many of the... How are you tonight? Why did I come back in here? I'll just fucking put this in here then.
It won't fit.
The same size thing will only fit in its hole.